Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another Fear Street review. Today, I am reviewing A Life on the Farm, which I was able to catch at Fantasia International Film Festival digitally. So, I'm really enjoying my time with Fantasia this year. There may be some spoilers in this Fear Street review, so if you would like to pause, wait till you can watch the movie, then come back and watch this, you're more than welcome to. I'll still be here, I'll still be fierce, and I'll still be talking about this movie. So, all right. In A Life on the Farm, A Life on the Farm is a strange story from Somerset, England, about a filmmaking farmer and the inspiring legacy of his long lost home videos. All right, so this is a tad out of the Fear Street usual repertoire, so it was really refreshing to kind of get out of our super spooky usual content. I really thought the strongest part of this film was how evenly paced it was. It immediately gets you engaged in the story and the character, and then it begins to unravel from there. And I never felt myself, which I do sometimes when I watch documentaries, um, I find myself sometimes getting lost in the dense documentarian part of it, but this movie is really about introducing you to this character and showing you his way of life and how eccentric he is and how strange he is, and oftentimes from a outsider's perspective, maybe even a little bit unsettling and um, not easy to understand or have empathy for. But I think this is a really interesting challenge in um, understanding where he's coming from in his very odd way. I I too, as the filmmakers talk about in this movie, I'm fascinated by old family videos of just like, because there was the time, and we're still in this time, but it's much more digital today, and it's shared openly. But there was a time in like the 80s, 90s, even maybe early aughts and 70s, even going back to the 60s and 50s, that we're introducing filmmaking and storytelling to the masses and letting everyone make movies now and letting them tell their own stories. And I just find that endlessly fascinating. And I loved being able to watch parts of his home videos, just the retro vibe. I really enjoyed that. There were times I found myself cringing, of course. There were times I found myself laughing. There were times I found myself, you know, get emotional and really feel for this man, especially, towards the end of the movie. I'm not going to give anything away, so you have to watch it to figure out. But I will say, I just think that it was impeccably paced and structured. And I think that goes to a great director in Ozark Harding. I hope I'm saying that correctly. If I'm not, let me know and I'll fix it for future projects that we may, you never know. But I really just, I enjoyed this. It had a good energy, had a different energy than what I'm used to consuming here on Fear Street, which was, like I said, was a nice breath of fresh air. The interviews were all really interesting. The kind of different takes on his choices as the film progresses was interesting. As with any documentary, I think really, and I keep going back to this. I think a documentary is uh, either it wins or it loses based upon pacing, and I think this one really hits the nail on the head. The nail on the head, is that the right phrase? Anyways, y'all will read me anyway. Don't drag me too hard, I swear. But it is a home run. It gets you in, tells you the story, gets you engaged, and gets you out. And that's all I can ask for a film like this. And so I enjoyed it. So as for like yay, nay, may, it's a yay for me. It's a soft yay because it's not really in my normal ministry, as Sheree would say. Even though I do usually love documentaries. Um, So yeah, it's a soft yay for me. I think anyone, if you enjoy documentaries, especially if you like documentaries about everyday life that someone else is living that you may not have ever witnessed before, this is one for you. This I think you would enjoy this movie. It's quick, it's in and out. Like I said, you're not going to feel like your time was wasted. You're not going to be bored. You're not going to be, picking up your phone, being like, okay, what's on Facebook going on? You're going to be engaged. And so, yeah, it's a yay for me. Highly recommended for anyone that enjoys documentaries, especially like I said, if you enjoy documentaries about an everyday human being that's living their life that you may not have ever witnessed before. So yeah, let me know. Do you disagree? Do you agree? Let me know in the comments or the DMs if you're nice. But yeah, thanks to our friends at Fantasia International Film Festival for the opportunity to see this film. Thank you to all the filmmakers who worked on the film. I know it's a tireless, thankless job, but we all do it because we love it. And I want to thank you for letting me watch your work. Like I said, I always love it. And as always, make sure you stay fierce out there. Bye.